I mean, I don't know if I would be able to go through that much dedication, but
I think I'd probably try it to know it, but I probably wouldn't do it while I was doing the performance.
yeah, but
Like how people will like spend a couple days in jail,
yeah,
that kind of thing.
but man, absolutely crazy that they went through all this length and
I
perfected Ray
know, and to
Charles.
make a shitty movie too. I mean, why would
Oh no, it was not. It was not. It was excellent.
all that work to make it like poop?
I would like to know how the true story of how Ray Charles became blind, and maybe we can look that up right now.
Okay, go for it.
Because, like you said, it was they
It's
basically
kind of like his
just,
eyes just melted onto his face, and he just closed them one day and didn't open them back up.
he was losing his sight around the age of 4 or 5, blinded by 7, and it was glaucoma that did it.
Oh, there you
So
go.
that actually would be accurate.
It seemed kind of glaucoma-y.
Yeah. So they definitely nailed that
His
one.
brother drowned in a tub
Oh God, that was so.
because he knocked himself out when he fell in.
Oh, that was hard to watch too. Because he's like,
Don't you quit messing around, Mama gonna whoop our ass.
well, again, this was another one where like Ray Charles released so much iconic music. It wasn't always my thing because it's like a little too old for my taste. But then like you're watching it and you're like singing along in your head and you're bouncing back and forth. You're like, this is
No more, no more, no more.
like you can't just you can't ignore it. It's just incredible. And
Chris, I'm gonna need you to get me one of those "Oh Johnny" girls.
so they captured all his personal demons, like his heroin addiction, which he did beat. In fact, what was funny was I was reading the trivia. They're like, yeah, we ended it at the middle part of his life because there's no more controversy left after that.
It's just like, what are we gonna do? Just do the Diet Pepsi ads for the last half hour?
Pretty much, yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You got the right thing, baby.
Basically. So, it was just, again, it was another crazy good movie. Mostly historically accurate. Like, yes, he did refuse to perform because of what the hell were those laws called?
The Jim Crow laws.
Jim Crow laws, yeah. Blanked for a minute. Yeah, he did refuse to perform. He was banned in Georgia, and then he was welcomed back. Like that all happened. They didn't. Another thing they didn't touch on was that he did continue to drink and smoke marijuana for the rest of his life. But
Man, he drank the marijuana.
he drank the marijuanas. Yeah.
Smoked beer.
So, Jamie Foxx also said that he was trying to portray Ray Charles from age 19 to 49, and he had to stop visiting him because 73-year-old Ray Charles couldn't help him with those years. So he tried, but guess it just didn't make it all the way. But they did a phenomenal job with this movie. It's I like the nonlinear storytelling, like how they kept flashing back and showing more about. I don't know if he actually had like those mental breakdowns and everything in real life.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But it was cool to have that be the flashback. Like, he's in the bathroom and he feels the standing water, and he has the flashback to when his brother drowned, and then they show him, just tearing up at the funeral, blaming himself, which was hard to watch. And then it's all about him going blind and how he, like, they tied in how he was a kid and he learned to hear everything on his own. And then how he was basically teaching his girl, like, you gotta listen. You gotta listen to that hummingbird. So
then we're gonna fuck.
And they did. Dude had kids.
We fucked in the second date.
He had mistresses and everything. Dude was all over the place.
Yeah, dude, he laid some pipe. Blind pipe layer.
Blind pipe layer. Yeah, that's that's true. I mean, he had 12 kids with 10 different women, which is nuts. But that's...
I'm surprised he didn't get the AIDS. I guess it was too early.
Yeah.
At that point, it was like non-existent. It was so only in Africa.
Because that guy hadn't fucked the monkey yet and brought it back to the States.
Yep.
That's not being...
And then fucked a bunch of dudes.
That's not being racist. That's actually how AIDS came about.
And then, like, Eazy-E was like, I ain't no queer.
Yeah, but... No, Ray Charles had a different set of issues. And they touched on them pretty well. Again, another one where it's like... I guess the only complaint I would have about the movie is there's a lot of slow pacing in it, but that's not necessarily a complaint or even a criticism, because all the slow pacing was done for that dramatic effect and to build up what was going to happen later. Like, you can't just have... Like, you couldn't just make an entire movie with Freddie Mercury singing or the NWA rapping. That just wouldn't make a good movie. You got to have the drama in there.
They did a great job balancing it in those three movies.
Yeah. And like
just give me a complete song being done and then go back to the story.
Yeah. So one of the cool things with Ray is they did do like full performances, like okay, I just hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back? So I'm gonna perform this, and they played pretty much the whole song with all the edits and everything in there. Did the whole thing, even though, unlike how they remixed Freddie Mercury's voice with Malik and another like sound-alike, they just used Ray Charles' singing for this. Jamie Foxx could impersonate him talking, but I guess he couldn't do the whole thing with the singing too. But hey, that is what it is. And like I said, I think it worked, and it worked well. I would. This is another one. It's been a long time since it came out, but don't pass this one up if you haven't seen it, because I wish I had seen it earlier. Although I don't know if I would have appreciated it if I had seen it when it first came out, because I had a different view on movies back then. But now, like, again, another one blew me away with just how good it was. And even the bit characters like David Krumholtz actually does a good job with this. So I absolutely recommend this one. I recommend all three of these movies. You got to watch them.
Yep.
Well, all right. I think it's time for the big moment to see who officially retains in our time limit draw, because picking an actual winner is not possible.
Yeah, we're picking who is champion going in.
Basically, yeah. Like, it's just they're too good to make this a really unfair. They're just too good to be fair about picking a winner. But I did choose the one that I thought was actually the best, and I have my reasons for it. So, what that brings me to is, Dan, what would you pick as your official winner?
Jeez,
I gotta ask you first.
I've got down to two during this discussion.
Well, I'm ready to hear it.
I am Straight Outta Compton.
Really? Straight Outta Compton, huh? And what's your reason behind it? What?
I don't know. It was that or Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay.
So I guess I went with the one that made me feel more.
So what do you think I would actually pick here? What would be your guess going in as to what I would say is the number one movie?
Well, Chris, you're black as the ace of spades.
Of course.
You're the blackest guy I know.
I don't think that's the case, but okay.
I have no idea.
Yeah. I actually didn't know either. I thought I knew. I think most people would actually expect me to pick Bohemian Rhapsody because people know I'm a big Queen fan. But in reality, the answer is Straight Outta Compton.
Damn!
Yeah. And it's the same reason. Straight Outta Compton made me feel more than Bohemian Rhapsody did. Not that Bohemian Rhapsody didn't make me feel, but Straight Outta Compton absolutely made me feel. And I think it mostly boiled down to the fact that I knew most of the story for Freddie Mercury and even Ray Charles, but with the NWA, because I didn't know all their stuff and things, there was a lot of new information in there that really helped me connect with the characters.
Because really all I knew ahead of time is that E dies of AIDS going into that movie.
I didn't know all the dramatic stuff that went in there. So I actually think that helped me make my decision that I really, really ended up liking that movie the best. Again, that's not any knock towards Ray or Bohemian Rhapsody, because they were so freaking amazing that it's hard to even compare them and choose. But I think at the end of the day, that was the winner.
All right, well, we got an Elton John biopic coming out soon now. So
once that one gets officially released on the Blu-ray or the DVD or the digital or the 4K, I have a 4K monitor, so I could technically get it on 4K.
Damn,
and experience it.
I don't think. Oh wait, I think the TV in the living room might be 4K.
No,
it's got 3D and shit. So
you've got my old monitor. So
yeah, that ain't going 4K with its serial port.
No, but at least you can use it. That is a thing. But yeah,
yes, it was very helpful and very useful for about a year.
Oh, but man, what a great set of movies! This was definitely going to be one of the most fun episodes that we've done. Not that we've really reviewed anything bad so far, but these were just so damn good, and I will absolutely watch all three of them again, and possibly even again after that.
Oh, I don't know.
So check them out if you haven't, and we'll see what we got brewing for the end of March, Dan. Because we already know what we're gonna do.
Yep.
Should we tell the fine folks?
I guess. Because the end of March and the beginning of April is baseball.
We're talking softball from Maine to
more
San
importantly,
Diego.
Baseball.
Yes, it will be the baseball. The baseball deal.
The movies are Bull Durham.
Yes.
61.
Yes.
With an asterisk.
With an asterisk.
And, of course, Rookie of the Year.
Which was my recommendation, because that was I believe what we went with was comedy, drama, or comedy, historical drama, and then childhood nostalgia.
Because funky butt lovin'.
Funky butt lovin'. And Evil Met. And I have never seen two of these movies, so...
I have not seen one, so this will be good.
I would have suggested Beer League, but I think we can save that for another time. But man, what a fun collection of movies these will be. So, what do you guys say? Do you enjoy our biopicture reviews? You want to see some more stuff? You want some recommendations? Because we've been getting them. We started getting some a good list of recommendations pouring in for Cinematic Triple Threat.
And there's other biopics other than the musical ones.
Oh yeah, there's tons of them. So if you like the idea of biopictures, there's even other musical biopics. So you can shoot some more recommendations our way, and if we like your recommendation, we'll not only will we do it, but we might invite you on. Because this is an open forum podcast, and you are welcome to join us.
Yeah.
And it's only a bi-monthly podcast, too, so there's always time to get your ass into the studio and record with us. So we'll check you guys out next time, end of March, with some baseball movies as we head into spring baseball season. And I guess we are straight out of here.